on your side. NBC 12 News starts with breaking news.
All right, let's not waste any time. Now at noon, breaking out of Chesterfield. One victim is dead and another suffering life-threatening injuries following a double shooting. This all unfolding right in front of a school bus full of children. Kelly Avellino is live right now outside of the Mallard Cove Apartments. That's off of Price Club Boulevard. Kelly, what can you tell us right now? Heartbreaking story there. Thank you, Kelly. Stay with NBC 12 for the latest. As this develops throughout the day, we'll have several crews working to bring you the newest information so you can get those updates right to you from our NBC 12 Breaking News app. So make sure it's on your phone or tablet. Also, look for live team coverage this evening at 5. Also breaking now at noon, an Amber Alert that remains in effect out of Spotsylvania County. Police say 3-year-old Zion Williams is in extreme danger. He may be with his father, 28-year-old Joshua Williams. Police say he assaulted the boy's mother and then took Zion. Officers tell us Williams has threatened to harm or kill the child in the past. They have located the car Williams may have been traveling in, but they have not found him or the child. So if you see anything suspicious, call police immediately. Also breaking now at noon, the booming e-cigarette market will now face a new set of federal regulations. The FDA says hundreds of electronic cigarette brands will now have to seek federal permission to stay on the market. Those new rules have the potential to upend a multi-billion-dollar industry. They limit e-cigarette sales to minors and require new health warnings. We'll have more on these impacts of all of these new regulations starting on 12 News at 5. And right now we are keeping an eye on first Doppler weather. It looks like rain will be picking up this afternoon. Let's turn it over to meteorologist Megan Wise, who's here with the first check on the forecast.
Yes, Brent, in just a few minutes.
All right, Megan, we'll be waiting for that sunshine. Well, also this noon, a man fighting for his life after bullets riddle his car on I-95. Right now, police say that shooting was an isolated incident. His car crashed around 10:30 last night near the Broad Street exit. You can see bullet holes up and down the side of his overturned car. They're asking anyone who witnessed that shooting to call state police at the number on your screen, 553-3445. All right, let's get you now to some new video just coming into our newsroom. A driver flipped their car on Parham Road this morning. This happened around 9 in front of the Henrico County Courthouse. Police tell us the driver was having some sort of medical emergency and even suffered minor injuries at the time of that crash. No one else was hurt. While you were sleeping, officers swarmed a Chesterfield neighborhood following a police pursuit. It all started in Chesterfield and ended in Richmond when the suspect crashed into a parked car on Kirby Road. That's not far from Elkhart Middle. Police say they were just trying to pull the suspect over for speeding, but he wouldn't stop. After he crashed, the suspect was rushed to the hospital. Happening now, a National Day of Prayer. It's an annual observance held on the first Thursday of May that invites people of all faiths to pray for the nation. This year's theme is Wake Up America. Here in Richmond, there are several events to mark the day, including a Bible reading marathon. There's also a National Prayer Breakfast and a special observance at the Capitol's Bell Tower. That event is getting underway now at noon. Well, the field of presidential candidates looks quite different than it did just at the start of the week. A field of 5 has narrowed to 3. Ted Cruz and John Kasich dropped out, making Donald Trump the presumptive Republican nominee. Hillary Clinton is still leading the Democrats, but with Bernie Sanders insisting he's still in the game, she can't claim that title officially. Here's Kim Hutcherson with the very latest.
Reporting.
Thank you, Kim. NBC 12 right now teaming up with Radio 1 for Miss Community Clovia's 9th annual Send a Kid to Camp Radiothon. Right now, our Call 12 lines are open. As you can see, volunteers are right here from Radio 1 and even Richmond Parks and Rec, and they're taking your pledges all day. Here's the number to call, 804-345-1212. We need your help to send children all across Central Virginia to camp for 9 weeks this summer. The goal is to help kids stay active and reduce the risk of summertime trouble like gang affiliation and human trafficking. Remember, our lines are open all day. I hear the phones ringing, so that's good. You can help with any donation. It will surely count. Meeting a milestone, still to come, how this 5-year-old is getting a new handle on life. But first, a fallen serviceman far from forgotten, how his closest friends are remembering a hero.
And race.
Now at noon, a judge ordering former Cleveland Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel to have no contact with the alleged victim in his domestic violence case. Manziel was in court no longer than 15 minutes as the judge set conditions for his release on a $1,500 bond. Manziel was indicted last month after his ex said he hit her and threatened to kill her back in January. The 23-year-old did not enter a plea today, but his lawyer says he plans to plead not guilty. Well, Navy SEAL Charlie Keating, killed Tuesday in the fight against ISIS overseas, is being remembered by those closest to him. Keating had been advising and assisting Kurdish forces when he was hit by enemy fire. Well, the Naval SEAL was part of a quick reaction force that was beset by 125 ISIS forces and 20 vehicles. Close friends who went to high school with Keating say the loss is really weighing heavy on them.
Was like a sharp friends and family.
Indeed it is. This is the third American serviceman to die in combat since the summer of 2014. All right, still to come, a deer in headlights. Wait until you hear why emergency officials had to race to the rescue here. And meteorologist Megan Wise standing by. Hey there, Megan.
Hey, Brent.
All right, take a look. Right now, our Call 12 lines are open. The number to call, 345-1212. Volunteers from Radio 1 in Richmond Parks here taking your pledges all day. We need your help to send children all across Central Virginia to camp for 9 weeks this summer. The goal is to help them stay active and reduce the risk of summertime trouble. So donations can also be made online. Remember, our phone lines are open all day. Help send a local child to camp.
Brent, back to you.
Always useful info there. Thank you, Tracy. Well, this next story gives new meaning to the phrase deer in headlights. In this case, it's a deer that actually got its head stuck in a light globe. It happened Tuesday morning in Long Island. An environmental conservation officer was called to actually remove the globe. Take a look. It took a couple times before he was able to get that globe removed. Both the deer and the officer are reportedly doing just fine. And here it is, any woman's dream, right? A record-setting 1,109-carat rough diamond. It could be yours for more than $70 million. Fellas, start saving up. The diamond in the rough was unearthed in Botswana last year, and it will be auctioned off next month in London. Don't get any ideas, all right? Well, if you haven't had your tortilla chips and queso, get ready. Today is Cinco de Mayo. The 5th day of May celebrates Mexican heritage and pride. It commemorates the Mexican Army's victory over French forces in the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. President Obama will mark the holiday with a reception at the White House, and Grammy Award-winning Mexican rock band Mana is set to perform.
Central
Storm, but more spring-like temperatures, Brent. We're talking 80-degree weather.
Yeah, once we get through the rain, Megan. Thank you so much. All right, a doctor in Pennsylvania fitted one of his youngest patients with a device that could change her life. Take a look at this touching report from Matt Baccaro. And Amy will actually be able to keep her prosthetic hand as she grows up. Her fingers can be replaced with larger ones when needed. All right, we're back in a moment, but first, here's what we're watching tonight on NBC Primetime.
Expressway will be closed at 2nd Street.
All right, Tracy always keeping us posted there. Thank you for joining us at noon. Be sure to tune in at first at 4, but meantime, call 12 and make a donation to send a child to camp. The number is 345-1212. Have a good one.